Northeast, we got hammered with snow the last few weeks. I got God, I want to say 2 to 3 feet of snow. It is insane.
At least you guys got snow. We
Oh,
have
yeah.
4 to 6 inches of frozen rain.
I would have much rather
So
have dealt with rain, though.
No. It was like 2 to 3 inches of snow and then just ice on top of it.
Oh, yuck.
So
That sounds terrible.
kids were out of school for like 2 weeks. And it's like they couldn't even go outside. They couldn't even go play in it.
Yeah. I mean, I took the snowblower and I made like a trench in the middle of our yard so they could throw snowballs at each other. But my kids are 2 and 4, and they didn't quite grasp the concept of throwing shit at each other. So it was fun for the little bit of time that we were out there.
Oh, good. Oh my gosh.
Other than that, it's been a busy week. I know you've had some issues, right?
Oh my gosh. Issues is an understatement. I have like a gaping hole in my kitchen ceiling because this is what happened. The neighbor upstairs had like the water drip going because it's been like below 20 for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah, the second I noticed a pool in the ceiling and the neighbor had left a plate over the drain hole and the sink was dripping. So that was fun. I had to call the fire department because the maintenance was like, oh, we'll be there tomorrow. I'm like, absolutely not. I'm calling the fire department.
Yeah, for sure.
So good times. Great times.
Like it needs to be rectified. Like, come on.
Yeah, it was all bad news. Great time. I love it here.
I've been out of work for 2 weeks. So
yeah,
I completely understand. That's something we won't get into because people don't need to understand or know about why.
Yeah.
I'd rather not say. But I've been at home for the last 2 weeks and losing my mind because I'd rather be at work.
You've been straight grinding, though.
Oh, I have. I have been playing a ton of Fallout 76 because the finale of the show aired. Had to finish that. Loved season 2. Season 2 is more for the players because there's a lot of like deep cut lore into it that you have to like know a little bit about. And I've also just finished the battle pass for Skull and Bones that released on Tuesday. So
you were grinding.
Well, I mean, when nobody's home, there's not really anything else to do. I do the few chores I need to, and then I find a way to make my way to the man cave and play either Fallout 76 or Skull and Bones. And Skull and Bones I can play on my Ally X. So I've been playing that on my handheld when we're watching Traders upstairs.
Yeah. Speaking of watching shows.
Ooh, what do we got?
Did you get through Bridgerton?
No. I didn't under one reason.
I rushed through it for you. I was like,
waiting.
I'm ready.
I'm waiting for the other half to come out so I can binge it all at once. Oh, Jesus. You're going to
You just don't want to talk to me. It's fine.
We talk all the time. All the time.
You just don't love me anymore.
Most of my day is either texting you, my wife, or my uncle.
I know. You just don't love me anymore.
Greg, you can have her back. Where are you? For those of you that are joining us, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Giga Geeks episode number 49. Today we have just one 49. Topic. We're going to talk about Highguard. In other words, Failguard, but we'll let you guys decide. I remember watching the reveal at the Game Awards. We both did.
Yes.
I remember
I was really excited.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. Let's hear your opinions on it first.
So I've played. I could just look it up, but I'm occupied. I've played at least a good 4 hours.
Okay, so you have played it.
I have played it.
Okay,
I
I have not.
I like it, but I will say I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw the dad lingo in there. Like I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed.
I'm honestly sure that that's the way a lot of people have been feeling from what I've gathered from people that have played it. And my understanding is that it's trying to take on the same aspects of things like Overwatch, which are pretty much saturated and really the only thing people play right now. When you talk about like
Overwatch.
hero shooters in general, like that market it's a really hard market to get into because you have Apex Legends, you have Overwatch, Fortnite's in
Marvel
there somewhere,
Rivals.
Marvel Rivals. Like they're
But
bringing
it's
in something that doesn't have an actual IP attached to it, other than the fact that this was made by ex Titanfall devs.
so I will say that was like I'm sitting there waiting for it to download, and I like to download and then look at the reviews because brain.
Yep.
And that is literally every single one that I saw was 1 or 2 stars, and it was we got this over Titanfall 3. And I was like, oh yeah, whatever. We got this over Titanfall 3.
That's not good at all.
It's it's upsetting because it's like there's so many. I don't know, when I at least look at reviews and when I see people saying like, "Oh, we got this over this game." And I'd say a good fraction of reviews in the last 5 years
Mm-hmm.
has been we've got this over Titanfall 3 is at the very top of the list, I
Oh
think.
yeah, dude, Titanfall itself is a
It's
shooter that
so good.
revolutionized the video game movement for shooters. Like the first Titanfall was fantastic. The second one brought in a campaign and made the multiplayer even more dynamic and customizable. Like
Phenomenal.
it
I
is very hard to go back to play Titanfall 2, and the reason why is because a lot of hackers and things that have been keeping the game alive kind of
I
don't make it
mean,
any fun anymore. And EA has a track record of ditching their games as soon as they're out, such as Anthem. Because they had this whole
RIP.
Anthem dropped their servers this year, like in January, I believe.
Last month, yeah, the 22nd.
And
RIP.
like fans have already brought back servers to keep it going.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
But it's one of those things where it's like a peer-to-peer thing. Like you have to have a little tech know-how to know what you're doing.
Oh yeah,
And
nope. Never mind.
it's just one of those things like it costs money to keep servers up and running.
It
Absolutely.
does.
That is for sure. But you cannot expect to create a live service game that people have been playing for a while and not provide a way for people to play that offline. Like that's a big thing
I
that's
feel like it wasn't even really something that you had to play online.
I don't play Fallout 76 with people. I know it's online, but it's one of those games that I can play solo and then still enjoy it. And I feel like Anthem could have done the same way if they cut the services for the online features.
Yeah.
Another game that I feel is like that is Outriders.
Oh, Sienna, I loved that game. Once I actually
I
got through it, I
Mhm.
loved it.
It
But
is
I mean,
an it's an Xbox Play Anywhere, and it plays pretty well on the handheld after you tweak the settings. But it's one of those games that I would have loved to have kept playing, but I don't want to be connected to the internet every time I have to play or want to play something.
yeah, I agree. I'm pretty sure
Live
I sent
service
you.
games suck. I understand that there's a market for it, but when all I want to do is experience like a Fallout game,
Yeah. Without, I don't know, especially like, because there's little updates here and there with Fallout 76.
Actually, that's where you're wrong. They have a ton of content for Fallout 76. The issue is like it has a very dedicated community on the side that keep it running.
Yeah.
And they have a subscriptions where you pay $100 a year, you get all these added benefits. They give you in-game currency every month. And like that money goes towards keeping the servers running. Like, yeah, that's why they have the servers running. Instead, all these other companies want to try and nickel and dime you for microtransactions without giving you an incentive to actually pay for a subscription
Yeah.
service with them. Fallout 76 does it a little differently, and that's why it's still alive. Which, cool. I'm all for it because I've been playing the shit out of it lately.
Yeah. Oh, owie. Sorry.
So let's dive into our first article for this. Is at Forbes.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
impressive.
by
Again.
by Paul Tassi, senior contributor. This was published January 28th, 2026. So not last week, but the week before last. Highguard lost 80% of its Steam players in 24 hours. Highguard has arrived after its blockbuster debut as the final feature of the Game Awards, casting a spotlight on it that was never meant to have. Developer Wildlight said that the original plan was a shadow drop like Apex Legends before it, but the Game Awards press turned its release into much more of an event. Now the first figures are in. As a free-to-play game, anyone could hop in and try Highguard, and a number of high-profile streamers made it a top-viewed game on Twitch for a time. Highguard opened with 97,000 concurrent players, a number I do not think it would have reached if were it not for the Game Awards fuss, which was a strong start. On its second day, however, there was a sharp drop off in peak concurrent players on Steam as Highguard didn't break 20,000 on day 2. It went from 97,000 to 19,000, an 80% drop in just 24 hours.
Jesus
That's
Christ.
significant. And you can see it here in the graph. There are many reasons for this. Huh?
I'm all like trying to look at it. Like,
You need me to zoom in? I can zoom in.
no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Well, ain't that something? Jeez,
Yeah.
that's just. Excuse me.
Yeah, it's mental. There are many reasons for this, from technical, as it really does not run great on PC, something Wildlight was working on, to people just plain not vibing with the game. There's a lot of, yeah, it's fine, but after a few hours or a day or so of playing, that was enough to move on and not return for more the next day. The drop is sharp, but we still don't actually know what Wildlight's expectations are here. The team has said they do not need a sky high player count and want to develop a game for its core audience who stick around, though how many players that will be remain to be seen.
Shh. Sorry,
You
it's the
talking to
dog.
me?
No, the
Okay.
dog.
These are peak concurrents, and not considering console players, it stands to reason that percent will be similar on console, but I don't think you can consider Highguard a failure in 48 hours. There's just a lot we don't know, and no, in no way is this going to be some sort of Concord shutdown in 2 week situation. There is a debate right now over whether players were predisposed to be overly hostile toward the game, with many rooting for it to fail. I'm not sure I buy that. The game's trailer was generally poorly received. Now the game has launched and it has a 37 positive score on Steam, classifying it as mostly negative. I think you can take issue with players who played for 10 minutes and gave it a bad review because they couldn't get connected to the server. But yes, I think spending a day or so with the game is enough to make a judgment. I have also seen no significant woke DEI culture war situation where it would be review bombed just for that reason.
You know, I was just thinking this game is going to end up exactly like Exoprimal.
Yeah.
Because it's just, it was a good game to, I think, break up like the monotony of gaming.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like after a few hours, even Greg was like, I got to get off this thing. I'm like, okay. I'm
Yeah,
just
he was saying
here.
the same thing, huh?
But yeah, and that's the same thing with Exoprimal. Like it had a lot of potential. Thank God it was free. Because we were like, oh, like let's play Exoprimal. Like a month later, dead. Completely dead. We sat
Yeah.
in a queue for like an hour.
That's an hour? Jesus
I want to
Christ.
say it was like 45 minutes to an hour, and we were just kind of like, okay, like we'll drop in when we drop in, but
You know, it sucks because I think I did that with Anthem. But I enjoyed the hell out of Anthem's free movement. I just stopped playing it because I wanted more content.
yeah,
And
this because yeah, like the story was great, but like same thing, just it was something good to break up the monotony.
yeah. Let's see.
Children,
I know. Bane of our existence, right?
can you make food, bruh? Bless her heart.
All right. So now
And
we can
another
go
one.
to another one. This is at PC Gamer. And this is by Andy Chalk.
Okay.
Posted 4 hours ago, actually.
Mm.
I picked some really recent ones to kind of show you the difference between the 2 weeks that have happened here.
Jeez.
Let's add this to the scene. Andy Chalk published 4 hours ago, and this is at PC Gamer. Laid off Highguard developer cuts loose on the reaction to the infamous Game Awards reveal trailer. We were turned into a joke from minute one.
I
Former lead
mean,
Yeah, right. Well, former lead technical artist Josh Sobel says false assumptions and rage bait were major contributors to Highguard's failure to connect with players. In the wake of layoffs at Wildlight Entertainment, just 2 weeks after the launch of Highguard, former lead technical artist Josh Sobel has shared some raw thoughts on the matter in a lengthy post on X, saying it was all downhill after the game's reveal at the 2025 Game Awards. Um, Internal feedback on Highguard prior to the reveal was quite positive, Sobel wrote. There was apparently a widespread expectation that the game was a surefire hit. The day leading to the Game Awards 2025 was amongst the most exciting of my life. After 2.5 years of passionately working on Highguard, we were ready to reveal it to the world. The future seemed bright. I love how Fallout's just following me around. You see this shit? But the trailer came out and it was all downhill from there. The trailer arrived at the very end of the 2025 Game Awards in the coveted just one more thing spot. But it didn't land with quite the impact that Sobel or Wildlight expected. I said in my own immediate reaction to the trailer that Highguard's characters look like they all have personality of a space heater. And that's maybe a little harsh, but I stand by it. Full disclosure, I've never actually played Highguard because my rig won't run it. So I'm literally just calling it as I see it. And as Highguard criticism goes, that was on the mild side of things, Sobel said. The hate started immediately, aimed at Highguard and also at him personally. After locking his X account the day after Highguard was revealed,
What?
he said that many content creators made videos and posts about me and my cowardice, amassing millions of views and inadvertently sending hundreds of angry gamers into my replies. They laughed at me for being proud of the game, told me to get out the McDonald's applications, and mocked me for listing having autism in my bio, which they seemed to think was evidence that the game would be woke trash. There's no way to know how Highguard would have fared if the pressure of that Game Awards trailer hadn't been placed upon it, Sobel wrote. But it doesn't really matter because we never got the chance. Now there's
Jeez.
a little more to this, but I'm gonna cancel the spotlight for a second.
I'm over here trying to read the screen. Sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. Now, as somebody who is most definitely on the spectrum. I think that's an unfair assumption, considering that most people that play video games, I feel, are probably somewhere on the spectrum themselves. Because why else would we obsess over a
Why are you always
particular
playing the
particular
railroad
hobby?
game?
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, no. It's like
and the people
it's
that
like
are
that one
complaining
kid I had
about
in my
this,
pair.
the people that are complaining about this are probably like myself. I'm not complaining. I didn't have expectations for it that were high anyways, but that's because I know what else we are looking at in the market. Um,
Yeah.
but the people that are probably in his posts are the people that live and breathe the industry, kind of like I do, where they listen to all these YouTubers and they listen to all these other news outlets because this is their hobby. This is what they
Yeah.
care about. And it's unfair to these developers to have that much pressure put on them, which I understand. Like, they should not have had this pressure, but it wasn't their fault. It was in that spot. It was Geoff Keighley, because he's like, oh, this is going to be the next big thing, and put it in that last spot. It should have went to anything else. In fact, I think Larian's game should have been on it. The one epic reveal that had the big statue that exploded. They had the two characters fucking in the trailer.
It was like the big ritual one, right? Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
that
okay.
one.
Now I'm like,
Okay, I should
I'm
I
trying
should
to
have went with
remember.
ritual, but fucking I thought worked, but it didn't.
What are you trying to say? Well,
Well, but yeah, like Larian's new game, the Divinity game, should have taken that spot. It would have fared a lot better, I feel.
I'd have now that you say that, I'd have to agree with you because
Um,
like I remember feeling super like, oh, this is gonna be super cool. Like it's something new. Like it should be great.
well, especially since Larian had already done all the work and left that statue in like the middle of a desert somewhere, and everybody was like trying to speculate what it was. Like, to have the Game Awards end with that big ass statue
Would have been
in
good.
the trailer would have been peak. Like,
Yeah,
the Game Awards probably would have been a lot better in my opinion.
it's fairly upsetting because like I had not super high hopes because clearly I had already forgotten the name of the game. But it's like looking back, I'm like, yeah, I was pretty hyped up about it because I'm like, oh, it'll bring back like a little bit of nostalgia with like something fresh.
Yeah.
And mechanically, it's really well. I like how like easily functional it is. But it's
Yeah.
just it's so I can't even think of the word. Words are hard. It's just
I could say there's a few games that have come out that have been like that as well. And one I tried was Fragpunk. I think I played a few hours of that and never touched it again.
I downloaded it
it's
and I don't think Greg and I have ever touched it.
like, I
together.
liked the concept, but I'm tired of all these like arena shooters or just shooters in general that want to try something cool but still revolve around the same buy this cosmetic skin to be look cooler
Yeah,
aspect.
I like
It's tough,
because in
which is crazy
Highguard,
because
um, because like you have your base that you're supposed to protect. It's almost like
capture the flag.
almost like capture the flag. But then you also have to collect resources in the midst of all this. And the maps are, I saw in the reviews, like maps are huge for no reason because you can do 3v3 or 5v5.
Mhm.
We haven't done 5v5, but it's like, if it's just me and Greg, we don't need 3 more people that just don't understand the concept of the game.
which is fine. I would agree. Some
Like
of
it
the other
has
reviews I've
decent
seen is that
elements.
the tutorials were broken.
Mm, mm, yeah.
I guess it depends
Oh,
on who it is, because I've heard mixed reviews, but I've not heard good reviews.
I haven't seen a good review on it at all. It's just,
Let
it's unfortunate that it's kind of flopping.
Yeah, let's continue because it's about to talk about Titanfall. We were turned into a joke from minute one, largely due to false assumptions about $1 million ad placement, which even prominent journalists soon began to state as false, or state as fact. My bad. State as fact. Within minutes, it was decided the game was dead on arrival, and creators now had free rage bait content for a month. Every one of our videos on social media got downvoted to hell. Comment sections were flooded with copy paste meme phrases such as Concord 2 and Titanfall 3 died for this. At launch, we received 14,000 review bombs from users with less than an hour of playtime. Many didn't even finish the required tutorial.
Okay, that's
That's
a
kind of
little
shitty.
extreme.
The bitterness in Sobel's message is impossible to overlook, and fair enough, his wounds are still fresh. And I don't think there's any question that many of the reactions to Highguard reveal were hyperbolic beyond all reason, but his emphasis on the universally positive pre-release feedback reflected in his statement from observers like there's no way this will flop and this is mainstream hit written all over it suggests to me that it was more dispassionate and more dispassionate and critical eyes throughout the development process were sorely needed. Live service games can and do flop more often than not. It's easy and maybe even tempting to say that the haters won out, but more thoughtful critics, including our own Morgan Park, found Highguard to be perfectly fine but far from a remarkable experience. As Morgan wrote in his 65% review, it takes the chaotic spirit of Rust or Minecraft Bed Wars and sands it down until it's frictionless and bland. I don't like seeing games fail, and to be clear, Highguard is still around. Wildlight said a core group of developers will continue innovating on and supporting the game, but the reality is that Highguard pulled in hundreds of thousands of players and Twitch viewers when it launched in January. They just chose not to stick around. The other thing is like it it sucks, but they're releasing a game into a market that already has dedicated fan bases. And most of these people that are playing these games are our age. The medium age of a gamer right now is 36.
Jeez, really?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
It actually has dropped, I believe. I believe the medium age of a gamer for a while was actually it's increased. It used to be around 30. And 35 is the typical medium age of a gamer. And the reason why is because the younger generations don't have money or just aren't playing other games other than things like Fortnite or Minecraft.
Yeah.
Those are
And
the
then
big
you
hits
get,
for the younger generations.
and then you got Stardew and what's the other one? Very popular amongst female Animal Crossings.
Animal Crossing and The Sims. Like everything that we're just talking about have dedicated fan bases. They have people that play these games day in and day out. My wife has been playing Stardew Valley for the last 3 months. 3 months. I don't think I own that Switch anymore. I think it's hers now.
Kids got my Switch and I don't see it
But it's
anymore.
just one of those things. She was like, "Oh, I want to get a pink case for it." I'm like, "By all means, I don't care." Because the only things I want to keep out of that bag are my Pokemon games. That's it. Because later on down the road, if they do release a Switch OLED to or Switch to OLED, maybe I'll get it. But there has to be a significant improvement from this one for me to justify the cost of something like that. Whereas my Ally X, yeah, it's $1,000, but I've also put twice as many hours into it already. You know what I mean? That cold hour per dollar analysis that I usually try to base everything on. Um, and our last article coming up at Forbes again. I like pulling from Forbes because they are more on the business side of things and not the gamer side of things. Because, why not?
Forbes. It's nice to see that gaming has hit Forbes, though.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. They have articles in Forbes all the time. It's just they're not usually as interesting to read.
Yeah.
This is by Paul Tassi again, February 11th, so yesterday, around 8:12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Highguard isn't dead yet, despite most of the team being laid off, which isn't good if you're finding out that after 2 weeks,
Yeah.
people are already getting laid off. I kept this one for last because of people getting laid off. It was mentioned in the last one. Late on Wednesday, various members of Wildlight, the developer of the just released hero raid shooter Highguard, posted that most of the team had been laid off and they were now looking for work. This comes just over 2 weeks after the game launched on January 26th. Even though its fate would now seem all but sealed, Wildlight says it's not dead yet. Concord 2 has become a meme in the gaming community, usually directed at a live service offering people don't believe will do well. The historic failure of Concord has always seemed unlikely to be replicated, shutting down after just 2 weeks. But well, here we are, and Highguard is teetering on the brink of that. Wildlight, however, is indicating that laying a number of team members. Sorry,
Words are hard.
that. Yeah, I I'm not dyslexic, I promise. Wildlight, however, is indicating that laying a number of team members, they should have added off in here. That's why it's messing me up. That laying off a number of team members won't shutter the game immediately, even if it certainly does not look long for this world. Here's the statement that they just posted. Today, we made an incredibly difficult decision to part ways with a number of our team members while keeping a core group of developers to continue innovating on and supporting the game. We're proud of the team, talent, and the product we've created together. We're also grateful for players who gave the game a shot and those who continue to be part of our community. It remains to be seen how drastically downsizing your entire studio 2 weeks after a launch is going to be able to result in anything resembling the ability to take on the challenges of a live service game that needs to be constantly improved and updated in order to retain players. Player retention is what got them into this mess. Highguard had 97,000 peak concurrent Steam players at the launch of the free-to-play game, which was cut in half just 5 hours later, and then went down to about 4 to 5,000 a night or 2 weeks after a night, 2 weeks. Now
that's pretty extreme for just that short of a time.
Oh, absolutely. Now with this news, how is this supposed to recover, much less not lose all the remaining players who believe, probably rightly, that they're playing a doomed game? It's complicated, of course, to just kill your game after 2 weeks. Players have already bought cosmetic skins and most recently a new battle pass. So that would all have to be refunded even if the game itself is free. There's certainly plenty of games that shut down their servers in time or go into maintenance mode where they remain playable with no updates. But this is 2 weeks into the game's lifespan. When Concord shut down, it was gone in a blink. Refunds, game, offline, over. Whatever Highguard is now attempting to do here is to avoid that fate. But for how long? It is hard to see a path forward here unless the remaining members of Wildlight have such low player count and revenue expectations that whatever happens next is okay now that overhead is cut. It's a disaster. Even if the light switch isn't off, somebody or someone is running around the house breaking bulbs. I do not expect any further good news out of this game from here. This is the same guy that wrote that, I believe, first article we read talking about the concurrent player count.
Right.
And even he's saying it just keeps going downhill. Like, what are you going to do now? I'm expecting it to shut down.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it went in half after an hour.
A few hours, even. Like, it just, which isn't good.
No. But I feel like, I don't know, an hour? There were some matches that we'd play that would last 20 minutes, but then there was a match that lasts like an hour because like you're actually going against pretty decent people that are, playing the objective the way that it's supposed to be played.
Well, the issue is with games like this, they're quick games. You don't want to have a game too long because you want people to be able to either jump into the next game and keep playing, or maybe it's a dad or a mom like us that only has 20 minutes to sit down and knock out a match before they have to get up and do something around the house again. Like,
and that makes sense.
That's a lot of time. An hour? Yeah. I grind so much in the 3 hours that my son is down for a nap because I know I'm not going to be able to once he wakes up.
Yeah. They're definitely in a very tough spot.
I love it when PlayStation players love to come out and tell me that Xbox is failing, because then I point out, Concord was your game and it shut down in 2 weeks.
Completely, right? Like it was there and then just gone.
But they were like, oh, Redfall failed. Yeah, but I can still buy and play Redfall if I want.
I don't even know which one that is. I didn't even know which one Concord was.
It is the Bethesda. I mean, it's part of the Bethesda group. Redfall was that vampire game that they made here 2 years ago.
Shows how much? Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
5/2/23.
Bullshit.
Me.
It's a multiplayer game. If I had a camera set up, we should just stream it together. But I don't have a camera set. I have you guys, but I don't have.
But that's it.
I'm not posting a camera just to look at me laying down in my fucking big ass gaming chair.
I mean,
the amount of times I like shift in that thing to get comfortable, people will be like, "What is this guy doing?"
What is this guy? I'm getting comfy. I can only sit still for so long.
My knees are shot. Like I have issues just sitting in one spot for long periods of time. Like,
for me, it's just like my goldfish attention span. Like
I can't stream anything because I usually have my iPad open up next to me watching a YouTube video while I'm playing something.
So when was it? Like 2-3 weeks ago, we were all snowed in and stuff, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna watch your SimCity build stuff. And I just sat here and I painted while I just had it like in the background, and I'm like, this is not.
Oh, I feel bad because I have not done a new video in a few weeks. Like, I think last week was the last time I had a new video posted, and I've had them set to do like every other week or every week or so.
Yeah.
And after like I got out of work for the next 2 weeks, I was like, oh, maybe I should do an episode a day and just like set them out. And then I just fell into depression and just never.
Yeah, I mean, that's
never did anything.
reasonable.
I did build a Lego set. But that's it.
So we're not too depressed. We're just depressed enough. Got it.
Depressed enough to put plastic blocks together. It was
oh, did I send it to you?
Yes, you did.
The clicking noise.
It cures the clickiness or the spiciness. I can't remember what it says.
It was pretty funny.
Let me see.
Like, and just.
Oh yeah, person, why do you, as a grown man, like Lego so much? And me, clicky brick, make spicy brain go shh.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to decide what set I should build next.
Get like a
Well,
sticky. Get one of the sticky hands and just like blind.
the last few times that I've done this and decided, I've actually let my little girl and my wife come down, pick one out, and then leave it on my desk for me. So when I come down, it's a surprise. But I
Okay.
typically leave like smaller sets like these for when my little girl has a Lego set and she wants to build, so I can build with her.
Aw.
And I have a bunch of sets like that.
Yeah, late when my daughter was out of school for like 2 weeks, that's all we did was play Stardew Valley. So we started our own farm and we've been doing the kind of grinded for a bit there, but we kind of fell off. But it's been fun.
I honestly can't wait until my kids actively want to play video games. Like, I know my son is going to live them because he already sits here and watches me play, and then he's like, oh, I'm a gamer, and he has like a toy controller and everything.
Yeah.
And
that's what Greg does with his daughter.
it just melts my heart, and I'm like, ah. I was like, I'm gonna have to have a second TV down here in the basement for my kid.
So
I already know, because he's gonna sit in the other chair over there
just grind.
and just grind with daddy.
What you need to have him grind is Fable.
That is so. Fable is announced. I wish we should have done a developer like reaction stream. That would have been great. We still can, but it's kind of pointless now.
We know nothing.
I mean, Fable itself looks so good. So for those of you that don't know, Fable, they are remaking. I don't even know if they're remaking this. I believe this is continuing the story.
Well, is it?
Well, they said that the hero guild hasn't seen their first hero in like a decade or something like that, and the world seems pretty fleshed out. Oh, actually, let me. I will find another article for this. Oh, girl,
what am I doing?
This should have been our whole focus. I could have talked. Fable forever.
I think we both can. You know what? Oh man, can I get it?
Okay.
Yes. I've been seeing all of the videos and I've sent you a good fraction of them.
Oh, why does it do this? I'm trying to I have to get the link in Edge, and then I can send it to my thing.
To the computer. Yeah. I kept forgetting this morning. I left the house thinking I need to do something, but I kept forgetting what it was.
That's just called adulthood.
Yeah.
You know?
But
it just eats away at
what
you
an
sometimes.
interesting review.
All right,
see, this is what I mean. I download a game and then I look at the reviews. But I think I'm gonna dive back into Skyrim.
Oh, don't say that, because I have it installed on my handheld and I've been meaning to start playing it because I've been waiting for a specific pack to update in Fallout 4.
But this
Creation Club content
makes me giggle. It was like Todd Howard be like, releases update for 12-year-old game, no warning, adds a bunch of paid mods no one wanted to ask for, completely ruins / breaks mods for consoles, refuses to elaborate, leaves. Bravo, Todd. And then at the very bottom, also Starfield sucks too.
You don't want to not be my friend anymore, trust me.
Thanks for the newest update. I no longer feel I want to play this game. I love reading bad reviews, especially at places that I work.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I,
this
I
is
like
funny.
reading them just to be like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about half the time. Like, and that's the thing with bad reviews. Like, there isn't a lot of depth into some of these bad reviews. They're just like, this game sucks. Okay, cool. Why? What's your reasoning?
That's what I mean.
Like, I can't take most people seriously when they tell me a game sucks. Like, everybody I talk to, why don't you like Starfield sucks? How can you play that game? I'm like, oh yeah, then how long have you played into it? Oh, I only played for like 10 hours. I'm like, well, I have 900 hours into the game plus, so
your opinion
bite
is
me.
valid.
Yeah. So okay, let's bring this up. This is from the videogameschronicle.com, and it was published yesterday by Andy Robinson. Fuck me. It's going to carry on. Peter Molyneux says he teared up watching Playground's Fable review, but the former Lionhead designer has small complaints about the new Fable's art direction.
Good.
Fable creator Peter Molyneux says he teared up watching the recent gameplay reveal of Xbox and Playground Games reboot. Previously, Playground said it hadn't shown Molyneux its version ahead of its big reveal last month. So the former Lionhead Studios designer and current 22 Cans boss had to react alongside the general public. When I was watching the Fable trailer, I just felt myself tearing up. Molyneux revealed in a new IGN interview, I know that I could probably be slaughtered for saying that, but I am someone who cries frequently, and I felt incredibly emotional. And the reason I felt emotional was, fuck me, this thing that we created, it's going to live, it's going to carry on. This world, which we loved, creating so much, and other people loved, has a life. Molyneux said that he feels it's really smart that Playground decided to retell the Fable story rather than attempt a continuation from the original games, which he believes would have been a burden. I love seeing some of those references. I thought it was super smart to have the kid's family turned into stone, he said. And so those were all the plus points. However, the theme park and black and white designer has some small criticisms. I mean, if I was critical, which I think you want me to be, there was a slight antiseptic feel about it, he said. But I mean, they've got months and months to build in that character and almost that dirtiness that you want in the world. I never thought Fable was being clean and all the angles being sharp and defined. It's more chaotic. It's more that it's more what old England probably used to be, which was not straight lines. The place, it's more crinkling, and all the buckle belts on people were ridiculously large, and the boots and the hands ridiculously large because that was the part of the character. So there's a little bit more of that character, which I would probably foolishly and ridiculously ask for. Those small concerns haven't got in the way of Molyneux looking forward to playing the new Fable, he said. Absolutely, for sure. Not as somebody looking for the flaws and faults, but as somebody who truly loves and adores that universe. Peter Molyneux's next God game, Masters of Albion, will release April 22nd exclusively on PC via Steam. Developer 22 Cans recently announced. The game has been built by a team of industry stalwarts, including Media Molecule co-founder and longtime Molyneux collaborator Mark Healy, who created art for the classic games like Black and White, Fable, and Theme Park. So, all those games that they've talked about, Black and White, Theme Park, Fable, I've played them all. I like Molyneux's work. He's known for God games, of all things. But just knowing that he is excited to hear about it as well makes me, as a fan, extremely happy.
Oh, okay, that one. I can't even think of what black and white is, but yeah, that.
Black and White and Black and White 2. It's where you had like an avatar creature. You played as God and you can smack it around or let it loose to like help people. It was an interesting game. It's one of those games that you can't play legally anymore because you can't buy it. I mean, you could still install it with if you have the code and everything for it, but like Battle for Middle Earth 2 that EA has lost the rights to, and I think Black and White was also EA and Lionhead. They don't sell the codes anymore, so you have to go to alternative sites to download the files to play the game.
Right.
And it's
But I mean,
I would love like a resurgence of those games. And actually, in fact, I am looking forward to his new game, Masters of Albion, because you have a hero in this game and you build a city and the hero helps defend the city. And it's hard to explain. But as a city builder myself via SimCity, um, I am looking forward to playing it. So I may create gameplay footage on that at some point. The issue is I want to start doing more gameplay footage, but I really want the Steam machine, and that has been delayed.
really?
Yes, it has been delayed, and not only that, with all of the component prices going up, rumor is that it's going to be more expensive than people were thinking it was going to be in the first place. So I have some time
I
to
mean,
finish paying off a few things before I devote money into buying that right now.
yeah.
Like Legos. There's a bunch of Lego sets I don't own yet.
You know what's been so tempting, but I'm like, I'd have nowhere to put them, is looking at Facebook Marketplace. All that I get, well, there's like three things that I see very regularly. It's Harry Potter stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually just got like a Letterman jacket. That's a
Mm.
Slytherin. Oh, I got it for $20. Hell yeah. I also got like the Elder Wand black purse. That thing runs for like $150. Got it for
Damn.
$25 off of Facebook Marketplace. It's gonna be the bane of my existence. But I also see all the Lego sets, and I'm like, oh, I want them.
Oh, the Harry Potter ones?
Yes,
Yeah.
I want them so bad.
I
But
have discussed
I don't have anywhere to
I have
put them.
discussed this with a lot of other people because they're like, "Oh, why Star Wars?" I'm like, despite my love of Star Wars, Lego has made Star Wars sets every year since I think 2001. Like
That's a long time.
Star Wars helped bring Lego out of debt. Like,
I don't doubt that.
so why are they not going to produce this? So there's always going to be a set readily available to like look forward to or buy. Because I like Lord of the Rings nearly as much. I like
Yeah.
some of these other franchises nearly as much. And my uncle was like, "Oh, but they have Pirates of the Caribbean sets. They have Jurassic Park sets. They have Lord of the Rings sets." I'm like, "Yes, they do." But for all the sets that those franchises have, I could fill up one shelf, maybe.
I was gonna say they don't push those as much. As far as I'm concerned, and what I've seen, just being friends with you, I like. Yeah, I get a lot of Lego stuff now, like coming
Mhm.
through like my feeds and stuff, but it's not. 99% of it is Star Wars.
Yeah, that's like it's their biggest seller. It's the reason why their new smart bricks coming out are in Star Wars sets. Um, if they have, there is a Lord of the Rings set I am looking at getting. Um, they've created these helmet sets for Star Wars. Like you got the Dark Troopers, you get the Stormtroopers, you got Darth Vader's helmet. Like
And those alone can just keep flying out.
oh,
Oh, here he goes, guys.
I had to get this one because I had to buy this one brand new aftermarket, and it is one of my more expensive sets I've bought, and it's the Stormtrooper helmet. You
It's
can't buy
cute.
you can't buy this new for less than $200, and it retailed at $59.99.
I mean, they're making their money.
Well, the thing is, like, I never got it because I was like, "Oh, that's just a gimmick. They won't make any more sets." And now I have Boba Fett's, I have Luke Skywalker's, I have Darth Vader's, I have the Dark Trooper, which was a Target
It's
exclusive.
just gonna
Like,
keep coming out.
well, Lord of the Rings has just released the Sauron's helmet, the big bad, and I'm like,
What
"No,
is it?
don't do this to me," because at least the helmets will fit into my collection
Yeah.
in somewhere. And I saw it, and I'm like, "Fuck," because what it means is that they'll do Gimli's, they'll do Legolas's, they'll do Aragorn's, they will do Theoden's,
Oh, dude.
they will do helmets. If they
But
do one.
I don't think it's gonna skyrocket the way that Star Wars is, but it's like there's
Absolutely not.
there's still so many people out there that like
Mhm.
there's certain franchises that people fall into.
Yeah, yeah,
And it's
and
like,
it's
I just wish I had the space for Harry Potter Legos.
I liked the Hogwarts castle that they did, the big one.
Oh,
That was I like sets like that. I like master builder sets like that. Like my big Millennium Falcon, such a such a beautiful thing to build. My Lego Slave 1 I have built finally. I have the big gunship I have built. I have the Razor Crest I keep putting off building
but why?
because it is one of my favorite ships. And I know if I build the sets that I think are my favorite, then I'll never touch them again. And then I will, like, in my head, be disappointed that I built it and now I'm done.
Yeah.
But now that I say that, I'm like, should I build the Razor Crest?
What?
I have a spot for it.
I was just thinking like, oh, when's the Hogwarts Legacy 2 game?
Oh, I don't know. They're doing
They
a Lord of the
dropped
Rings
a
game in the same side or the same vein as Hogwarts Legacy.
yeah, I think
I'm excited for that. That'll
I'm
be fucking
pretty
dope.
stoked for that. But when does it come out?
Never.
This video's 3 days old.
That's not coming out anytime soon.
Your
Like,
face isn't coming out anytime
the
soon.
reason why I'm saying that is because Hogwarts Legacy is only a few years old, and
Yeah, 3
you
years
have to
old this
think
year.
Starfield took 9 years to develop. And they've been working on Hogwarts Legacy for 5 or 6 years. We've
Yeah.
got time, girl. Don't rush it. There's always going to be something to play. You just I internally have to understand that as well. I have all these games
I
and I don't play any of
know.
them, and I'm always looking forward to something like Fable, and I'm like, what am I gonna do in my time? And then I'm looking at a library of 1,000 games.
I have
Like,
nothing to
I have
play.
nothing to play. It's like looking at my Lego wall. What am I gonna build?
build. I don't have anything to build. Is
It's
this what
why
women feel like? Like I can't find anything to wear?
this is what it feels like when we ask you guys, where do you guys want to go for dinner?
Sushi.
Hey, you're one wow, okay. You're an exception. You're a unicorn. Goff has got to
You
go.
know what? You know what? That's the thing. So even before I had moved over here, it's like I'd say like once every like 2-3 weeks maybe. He'd call me like on his way to the store. He's like, "What do you want for dinner?" And I'm like, "Boy, I don't even get to eat this. Why are you
There
asking me what I want for dinner?" He's
there's
like, "What do you want for dinner?" And I'm like, "Okay, I want this, this, and this." He's like, "Okay," and then he'll make it at home. I'm like, "I don't even get to eat it." He's like, "Yeah, but," he's like, "the fact that you can tell me what you want for dinner," he's like, "I'm so ready." Like,
here's the thing.
okay.
Jordan and I have been together long enough that we'll look at each other when we're hungry and we'll maybe list off a few things, but for the most part we're like, Thai food? Thai food. Chinese?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Hey, you want to get hibachi? It's half
Like
price hibachi
after
today.
yeah.
Absolutely. Like, Or she'll be like, "Oh, I want burgers." And she knows that there are a few foods that I won't turn down, and burgers are one of them.
That's my thing is like,
I love a burger.
even when I came to visit back in 23, like when I left, Greg was like, I'm just gonna want to go anywhere for sushi. I'm like, sushi's gonna be there no matter where you go.
Yeah.
I'm like, I needed to try places that like we don't have in Washington.
Yeah.
That was just my thing, but that's why I'm like, I don't understand this whole like, I don't know, what do you have for dinner? I'm always hungry.
The issue is I'm on Ozempic, so which is hilarious because when I eat, I am eating to be Ozempic. You know what I mean?
I do.
The issue is though that I don't get nearly as hungry as I used to.
Yeah.
So I forget to eat sometimes, and then I'm just not hungry.
You might have autism.
Might. We already know. It's just,
We know.
just waiting for it to be completely diagnosed. It's like I know that you know that I know that I have autism.
We know.
Now the autism in me needs to know from a professional.
It's like I've had my suspicions, but
I bet. My family knows, but I don't still.
Bless my dad, because he asked me that when I was living with him. He's like, do you think there's something like under that whole like umbrella? I'm like, Dad, I can't diagnose you, but I have my suspicions.
Yeah.
He's like, well, what's that supposed to mean?
I don't like.
I am very much your child, is what I mean.
So, like, reading that in that article where having autism is publicly like a bad thing, like people don't understand that some of the greatest minds in our existence have been on the spectrum. I guarantee you Socrates was.
There's this podcast that I listen to on and off that's called Hidden 20%. So 20% of the world falls under the neurodivergent blanket, whether it's dyslexia, ADHD, autism, OCD, like 20% of the world.
That's a huge number.
It's a huge number. And I just lost my train of thought.
Well,
what were you saying?
We were talking about 20% of people with a.
Yes, but
what is world? I'm looking at world's population.
You were saying something about like it's viewed as a bad. That's what they say. They say on the podcast, like, oh, we're going to talk about this, where great minds think differently. Is how like that's like their whole thing, and it's so true. Because it's like, yeah, like my brain's a little weird. It's a little different, but it's still it's not great, but it's good.
Okay, so here's the thing. I put it in there. In the world population of the Earth right now is 8,272,432,345 people.
So 8 billion?
Yeah, 8 billion. Do you know what 20% of that is?
A big number.
I have a Google.
Okay. I have a Google.
1,654,486,469 people. That's still a lot of people. It's just like that goth statistic we talked about yesterday. we have a buddy. Okay, everybody, you're going to listen to this. It's going to be funny.
So
then we'll end our show. My buddy, our buddy, I don't even know if we want to call him a buddy.
I'm not your buddy, guy.
He likes goth women. And if you think about goth women, if you've watched any adult entertainment, then you know that goth women have the tendency of wearing phallic objects and using them on men.
What was the percentage? Like,
so I looked into this percentage because I was like, I want to make sure that I'm not wrong about this. And It's because of the tism, and this is exactly what I said. It's the tism. I had to know. See, I wouldn't mind. I think Wes, though, on the other hand, is going to have to start doing some deep thinking about his attractions. 1 in 3 is a huge number. Out of 300,000 goth girls, 100,000 will be into doing what we're talking about.
That's a lot of people.
That's a lot of fake phallic objects. Goth girls. Oh, I think we're just gonna call it because I don't think this is gonna get monetized.
No.
Absolutely not. Goth girls and pegging statistics. 18% peg once a week, according to 2021 Journal of Sexual Medicine study. 9% peg several times a day per a 2023 Babeland survey, and 35% peg not regularly based on a 2022 CDC study. The average duration of pegging session is 18 minutes, according to a 2020 Archives of Sexual Health. 35% peg not regularly. 35% means that they do it, whether it's regular or not. 35% of goth girls. That's 1/3, guys. That's 1/3.
Think about if you want a goth girl in your life.
I'm telling you, Wes is never gonna listen to this, so he's not gonna know that we're ever talking about him. But that
We
is a
love
huge
you, but
statistic. That's huge, buddy. You're just gonna have to suck it up. Take one for the team. If you're gonna want to keep a goth girl, you're gonna have to let her use a phallic object on you.
or find 3 and figure out which one does it.
Which 2 don't. Chances are it's not gonna be high. Oh boy, I'm glad we got a laugh in here after all this bland
the chaos of
drama.
our lives.
I should have put a disclaimer in the beginning of this show. Not for kids.
That's okay.
Granted, we don't get very many views on this anyway, so I'm not that worried.
It's okay. One day.
We do this for us.
It's fun. I get to learn new things every week, so.
And now you know all about goth girls.
Yeah, speaking of goth girls, I need to get this bleach off my hair.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our game over. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you made it this far. If you'd like to be on the show, please hit me up. We'd like to have guests on. DM me, the Giga Gamer Dad, on Discord, YouTube, or Twitter, or anywhere else you can find me. Speaking of Discord, I'm going to hold off on that because they have been in the news. We should have talked about that as well. Discord has been sold and they are requiring biometrics now. So if you don't want to have to log in with face scanning, find something else.
Yup.
Panda, where can they find you?
Instagram, Twitter, Xbox, Discord.
Oh yeah, I'm on Xbox too.
Yeah.
Same username, everything.
Yup. We're easy to find.
We're right here. The two people that are still watching on my channel and your channel. Yeah, we love you guys. You guys are great. Whether you're actively watching us or not.
I appreciate my lurkers.
So, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Ciao. Until next week.
Bye.